Hello and good evening. Welcome to the RSR Network as we bring you coverage of the AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series at Williams Grove Speedway. Drivers are currently qualifying. We'll be right back to the starting grid. Don't want to miss it. It's sure going to be a great race.
I actually, really enjoy dirt racing. Feels good to get in the car, and we have, great cars and engines and things at KKR. So it's nice to drive a fast sprint car.
Couple of separate lines developing, three wide action on a turn two. Craig Kinzer, Casey Kane, and Kieran Pittman going at it.
I think the differences between, NASCAR and the sprint races on dirt is just a much different mindset. The way you drive your cars, the setup, the feel you're looking for. I think one of the hardest things to tell as a fan is when you're watching a race, whether it's a NASCAR race, a dirt race, is just what's really going on in the cars. With iRacing, you can get the way that the track's changing, which they've done a great job in how the track changes throughout the night or throughout the race, just to try to capture it and let the fans play it and realize, man, there's actually a lot going on, and you can't always see that when you watch a race. So I think it's pretty neat. It's, enjoyable for me, but at the end of the day, it's actually much of a simulation, and there's a lot of ways that you can learn from that. And, early on, it was neat to look at the Cup tracks that I was going to, places that I had never been. So I think it kind of gives you a head start leading into a weekend. It's pretty real life, and that's pretty neat.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back to the RSR Network. We have the starting grid ready for you. Looks like it's going to be the same thing once again this week. Dalton Baldwin starting first with the 23.158, and right next to him, Randy Arms with the 23.2. Starting third, row two, Stuart Joyce, and in fourth, Tim Sandlin.
Starting fifth, you've got Mad Dog Mike Springer starting on his outside, Big Michael Tant. On the inside of row number 4, you've got Chris the Ice Maker Ostrander with Showtime Matt Egan in position number 8.
And in ninth, row 5, Thomas Conheady. Right next to him, Lance the Human Wrecking Ball Carpenter. That is going to round out your field, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like
John Joyce.
Yeah, John Joyce made it to the track, but I think they're having some difficulties after they rolled the car off the trailer, so I don't think he's going to make the grid tonight.
Unfortunate events for him. Maybe he, hopefully he gets onto the track. He still has some time to grid, so maybe he'll come in the last minute here, but who knows. But what are your thoughts on this race, Will? You know, we've seen Dalton and Randy Arms battle for the lead the past couple weeks here. What are your thoughts?
I think it'll be a bit much the same between those two. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've been to USA yet with these cars, have we?
I don't believe so. We have only reached them in the Legends cars.
Yeah, so having done Volusia and Eldora so far, I think that this is really going to go. This will be a new test because these guys haven't been on one of these flat tracks with the long straightaways, and I think that's really going to throw a curveball.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, the experience that these guys have gotten with these cars now, you know, hopefully we'll see more competition for these two up here, the 4 and the 8 of Dalton Baldwin, Randy Arms. Stuart Joyce has always looked pretty fast at the beginning goings of the races, but then gets into trouble, have it be his own fault or something else there. But you know, a couple guys to look after is Big Michael Tant and Tim Sandlin. I think they'll be able to run up there, and right behind them we've got Mike Springer. You know, he's been up there a couple times at the beginning of the races and whatnot, so I think we're gonna see a nice race here tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spring Dog's got to be my guy to watch. He's been up front in a lot of these, but just hasn't quite delivered. He's come close though. His pace truck's about to make its way off. If you want to throw us to the green flag.
Dalton Baldwin, that flag man has got the green flag in the air, and it is waving. Dalton Baldwin is off to the races here at Williams Grove. We got 50 laps on tap for tonight. See, Randy looks like he got in there a little bit hot. Had to put on the brakes. It looked like I saw the tires get a little bit locked up there, but for nonetheless, we have a caution.
Yeah, it looked like Stewart and Randy made a little bit of contact, and Stewart just never quite got it back collected. Nailed that wall coming off it too.
We'll take a look on the replay here. See, Stuart Joyce taps Randy Arms and Mike Springer. Nowhere for him to go, and a couple other guys involved. Matt Egan, looks like Thomas Conaheady pulled away safely. Lance Carpenter and Chris Ostrander as well. So a couple guys involved in that early on in the race.
Yeah, and that's definitely not how we're wanting to start this. As a few of these guys, it looks like, have major damage to their cars, but of course they do have. I think it's 3 resets still. I don't think they've changed that yet.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. I believe they have 3 resets. No rule has been changed on, to my knowledge. So use them wisely. You know, if you want to get it done early. You know, Randy Arms was involved in a wreck last week, and he said his temps were getting pretty hot there. So that's going to be something to watch out there if you do get some damage. If you don't come in and get your pass report, if you run out. So just got to be smart and use them wisely.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Springer and Stuart Joyce are not going to take theirs. That might really affect Springer because his car's been up on all 4 corners. But yeah, I just double checked with the guys down at the tech garage, and they said it is still 3 fast repairs.
Yeah, that 32 car, Mike Springer, that Skittles machine, it's pretty beat up. The rear end's caved in, and the nose is smushed in as well. So gonna be interesting to see how his race plays out if he doesn't come down pit road to come use that fast repair.
Yeah, and I don't think he is, as pits have already opened, and Matt Egan and Chris Ostrander are both taking one of their 3.
Well, the pace car makes that hard left onto pit road. See Dalton Baldwin getting ready to restart this race to take lap 5. Green flag is in the air. We are back to racing. Randy Arms and Tim Sandlin right behind the leader of Dalton Baldwin. See a little action behind there. Stuart Joyce gets a little hot, saves it, but we do have a car around. Looks like to be the 35 Matt Egan. No caution.
No caution as Dalton's still leading the way up front, but we got a nice battle there for second. Looks like Tim Sandlin's trying to take the charge to Randy Arms. Got a little tight off it too, had to give up some speed, and as we do have caution now.
I believe that caution was for Matt Egan. He was pretty much just stopped on the track. Don't know what's going on there. Probably should have used the tow button to get out of there if he couldn't get around.
It looked like he was moving, just moving a little slow maybe. Oh, as he gets the wall there.
See if we can get a driver interview. Dalton Baldwin, this is KT up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Man, it's another familiar base. Sitting in first, you got Randy Arms right behind you. Do you think with some green flag racing here, you think he's going to make a pass on you, or you're going to be able to hold him off?
We'll have to see. I don't really know how the track will wear and how the cars will change as if we get green flag laps, get a good run. So if it goes away for me and comes in for him, then yeah, we might have a pretty good battle. But it's really hard to pass, so we'll see what happens.
Now, dirt racing's really unpredictable, for lack of a better word. Do you have any strategy going into a race, or do you just want to stay out front, or what's your strategy?
Yeah, I usually just I want to definitely qualify up front and stay out front. I kind of just in practice, I just try and get as smooth and as consistent of a line as I can, and just try and consistently hit those marks. And typically, it'll change lap by lap and stuff, but if you get a good, consistent, mark and everything, you can do pretty good. So it's usually just what I try and do.
Well, Dalton, the lights on the pace truck are off. We're gonna send you back down to the lobby. Good luck from the rest of your race.
All right, thanks, bud.
Dalton Baldwin, everybody. That pace truck makes that left turn down to pit road. Dalton Baldwin patiently waiting for that green flag. He's on the gas. You see the speed there. Almost 100 miles an hour. Dalton Baldwin in the lead.
Yeah, it says we got a little bit of a sort of 5-car breakaway up here at the front. With Dalton, Randy, looks like Tim Sandlin, Michael Tant. Oh, sorry, 6-car breakaway. Tim Sandlin, Michael Tant, Thomas Conhetti, and Stuart Joyce.
See Dalton Baldwin still in the lead. Randy Arms still behind him. And Tim Sandlin losing a little bit of time there in third place. So far the field seems pretty spread out. You see Stuart Joyce and Thomas Conhetti battling for position. Stuart takes it in turn 3 going down the backstretch.
Man, that's going to move Stewart up to position number 5. He's still got a long way to go though, because this whole top 6 is even starting to spread out now. Have to check the gaps at the line, but yeah, as we got a whole 4 seconds right now, splitting first to 6th.
The field is pretty much evened out. You see Dalton Baldwin first there. We're going to run through it. Randy Arms. There's Tim Sandlin, Michael Tant, Stuart Joyce. So you see the field, they are spread out, but if someone makes a mistake, You know, you're going to make some time on some of these drivers, and you're going to make some passes.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's real tricky about Eldora. Sorry, what am I talking about? Williams Grove is it's a really easy track to make a lot of mistakes on. As I say that, and it looks like Dalton Baldwin kind of makes a little bit of a mistake, gets his car really, really sideways in turn one, which, I mean, you want to do to a point, but I think he got it a little beyond that point. And it looks like that allowed Randy Arms to make up a little bit of time, but there's still about a second gap between the two of those drivers.
Closest battle on the track right now, Stuart Joyce, Michael Tan for that 4th position. You know, one thing that really scares me, Will, is that down the backstretch, there's that opening there, and if you hit that the wrong way, and Stuart looking a little shaky there. Looks to the inside of Michael Tan.
And he's going to get in front. Is he going to clear him? Yeah, he's going to clear him. He's going to slide right up in front of him.
He will complete the slide job, but Michael Tan not going to give up with a fight. He's fighting back there on the inside, but can't quite make it.
Yeah, Stuart Joyce is, I would say of all the drivers that don't have real world experience, especially Randy Arms with his super late models out in Ohio, Dalton with his modifieds all over the southeast. Of these guys that don't have that real world experience, Stuart Joyce seems to be the one that's best been able to adapt to dirt, at least from my point of view.
You know, one skill that Stuart does have in real life is flying airplanes. So I know it's a different type of sport, but you got to have that discipline of you know, flying a plane. You can use those skills and adapt them and apply them to racing cars.
I would agree with you, and I think if we're talking airplanes, I think the best place for him. Well,
sorry to interrupt, but Stuart Joyce makes the pass on Tim Sandlin on the inside. That was in turn 1 and 2. Stuart Joyce, he is on a charge right now.
Yes, we got one car smoking. It looks like Matt Egan on up there. He's in turn 1. He's going to stay up on the high side. And he's probably going to have to back it down, bring it down pit lane this time by. As looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to pull down on the inside here.
See Randy Arms. He's about 2 seconds away from the leader, Dalton Baldwin. There's a big gap there. But Randy was faster on that lap. Dalton making some mistakes there. Gets real low. Looks like his car was bogging down a little bit there. I'm going to say Randy's going to be running a faster lap time this time by.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed that Dalton's been doing a fair amount. Overall, he's got this track a little better figured out, but he's been a little more prone to getting the car just a bit too sideways into some of these corners. As it looks like he has done a couple times now. It looks like he just did it again that time in turn 1. And that just really, it kills the momentum and it really bogs the car down.
I agree with that. That's exactly what's happening. And like I said, Randy Arms, the fastest man on the racetrack right now. But Dalton Baldwin does have the posted fastest lap of the race. But Randy Arms doing everything he can to catch that 4 car of Dalton Baldwin.
Meanwhile, we got a battle the backside of the top 5 between Tim Sandlin and Michael Tan. It looks like Tan's going to try and take over the position. They're side by side right now. Tan, is he going? Yeah, he's going to clear him. Tim Sandlin gets up a little bit in the, in all the scattered stuff, and that's just going to allow Michael Tan to slide on by, and he's going to take the position. He's up to position number 4 now.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 positions so far, starting in 6th. Michael Tan having a solid night thus far. Tim Sandlin on the other hand, but Stuart Joyce hard into the wall. Gets 2 tires up on that guardrail, but he keeps it straight. No caution. And here comes Michael Tan.
Oh, and that's going to let Tim Sandlin get by. Michael Tan got held up on the high side, and I think Stuart Joyce might have a little bit of trouble on the race side suspension somewhere. as it looked like he had a really hard time getting it turned down in 1 and 2 last time by.
Looks like Stewart does have a handle on his car right now. Keeps the 9 and a 50 behind him, but not this time as Tim Sandlin to the inside, completing that pass, and Stewart once again hitting that wall there. Allows Michael Tant to go by. Let's jump back up to the lead here. Dalton Baldwin. And there's Randy Arms. He's catching him. He is now a second behind. The last time we caught up with him, the first time we were looking back at him, Randy was 2 seconds. Now he is exactly 1 second off. See the lap car down there, 73 of Chris Ostrander. He's going to let these leaders by.
Yeah, we got a couple really good battles on track right now. Got the battle for the lead right now. Randy is definitely catching Dalton, and I think before this one's over, he's gonna make his intentions known. He's gonna be trying to win this thing. I think he's got a really good shot at it. And also at the tail end of the field, we got Mad Dog Mike Springer and Thomas Conheady back there, 5th and 6th, or sorry, 6th and 7th, and they're battling, trying to stay on the lead lap right now.
Oh, Stewart. There's going to be a caution here. More contact. But we're going to take a look on the instant replay here. See, Stewart got a little out of shape there at the start of that replay coming out of turn 2. Looks like he was, I don't know if he was trying to get into the pits or something was broke, but looked like he had no power coming to his car there. It looks like it wasn't turning or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there.
I think it was that wall hit several laps ago that we noted.
He hit the wall quite a few times more than what we saw on the broadcast. Because on the replay there, there was quite a bit of contact. Right, the camera caught it right there when it started, and he hit the wall. So I'm going to take a few chances that he has hit the wall more than what we've seen on the broadcast thus far.
Well, right, but that first wall hit, I'm saying, though, started all of it, and it really messed up the suspension. He wasn't able to get it turned coming off, and it just kept compounding the problem. And I think that because I noticed he was losing a lot of time is what I was getting at there, and I definitely agree that it looked like he was trying to get to the pits and just kind of overcooked it.
Looks like he has disappeared from the race. His car just vanished. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He might be having some issues with his internet connection there. But if he is still in the server, I assume he did come down pit road, because yeah, he does have an available fast repair to get his car fixed up and to be able to get back in this race. But looking like not a chance for Stewart Joyce, as he is a lap down as a cause of that caution.
I'm not sure. I have absolutely no idea what happened to him, to be honest with you. His connection's showing strong.
I'm not sure where he went, but green flag is in the air. Dalton Baldwin gets a great restart, pulls ahead a couple car lengths in front of Randy Arms. You see that lap down car, Mike Springer. The third place car, Tim Sandlin, trying to get around that 32 of Tim Sandlin. I'm sorry, Mike Springer. You see Mike Springer getting into the wall there, further impacting his race. He's already a lap down.
Yeah, it's definitely not what he wanted, but meanwhile, I'm noticing up at the front, it seems like Dalton's starting to really overslide it into these corners a little bit, and it's allowing Randy to catch up a little bit. At least it looks like to me.
Yeah, we're back to that time point where Randy was about a second, so it was a great restart, but if the green flag was still waving, you know, this is where the exact point where we left off when that caution came out. So Dalton Baldwin setting the pace thus far. See Tim Sandlin in third place, running fourth. Michael Tant rounding out your top five. Thomas Conheady, and that will round out your lead lap. See, we're getting close to 10 to go here. Dalton Baldwin currently faster than Randy Arms. Randy Arms is about a second and a half away from Dalton Baldwin.
Yeah, and I think right now we're coming up on this might be the quickest race we've had so far in the AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series.
And I think a factor in that, Will, is the single file restarts have really helped out with that. Drivers not being too aggressive, and you know, just any slight of contact, and it can be really hard to save these race cars. You know, that's just you know, a product of dirt racing. So great. I think it's a great rule. You know, we've seen the green flag racing, and it's been real good. Not a caution fest. So thumbs up to everyone around. And right when I say that, we do have a caution.
Let's see if we can get a handle on what happened there. I'm not exactly sure.
So we'll take a look on the replay here. We're on Mike Springer. I don't think it was him.
It looks like possibly a scoring error related to Lance Carpenter. It looks like he was coming out of the pit lane and trying to let cars come on by. At least that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, I think that was it, because I was looking on the timing screen here, and it didn't seem like anyone was, you know, lost a tremendous amount of speed. So from that indication, I believe that is exactly what happened. Will.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate slows pace of this race up. Yeah, we definitely started out a little bit yellow, but back to what we were touching on earlier, I think the single file restarts is really helping, and honestly, I think it's upping the racing itself, as opposed to the shorter 2x2 restarts that we were having before. I really think that these single file restarts are upping the racing itself, because you can kind of set yourself and get going, and I just think it leads to better racing.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, Will. Let's see if we can get a driver interview. Randy Arms, this is KT up in the booth. You have a copy.
I got you, KT.
Man, this is getting, you know, you and Dalton up in the front. You know, we've been seeing a lot this past couple weeks. Are you going to be able to finally make that pass on Dalton tonight?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure he's able to get through the center of the corner just a tick faster than I can, but we'll see what we can do here.
All right, thank you, Randy. The lights on the pace truck are off. Thank you for joining us. Randy Arms, that pace truck, making that left turn down pit road. Dalton Baldwin getting ready to restart this race. He is on the gas pedal. Randy Arms gets a better start on this restart.
I think that's the best restart we've seen out of Randy Arms all night, and he's there. He's still there.
Yeah, we got 8 laps to go. Randy Arms trying everything he can to get up to that 4 car, that Children's Dream Racers Camaro.
Yeah, I'd say last week was one that kind of slipped away from us. We got a little bit of trouble in the back. I don't know if it's going to bring out the yellow. I don't think it will.
So we're going to get back there real quick. Look like Michael Tam. We're going to go take a look at a quick replay. See exactly what happened. We'll get you back live here shortly. You see, he just gets into the wall, and Chris Ostrander gets into him. We're going to go back live. There's Dalton Baldwin and Randy Arms for the lead. See Randy Arms getting it close up to Dalton's door.
Yeah, as we're going to be hitting 5 to go at the line, and yeah, I think Randy's definitely he's driving a little hungry after last week. That seemed like one that got away from him. He's going to try and make it 2x2, but it's not going to work. It's not quite. It doesn't just doesn't quite have the position.
See, he's looking to the inside here, going down the backstretch here at Williams Grove Speedway. See, he drives it in there very hard. You see the room there between the 2 cars, but He gets it a little out of shape there, and Dalton Baldwin is able to pull away, but he rides that right front tire up the guardrail, but he keeps it straight. So we're gonna be 3 laps to go at the line. We're in turn 3. Riding on board with Randy Arms.
And Randy's going to make the charge back. He a few laps ago when he drove it in really hard into 3, that really cost him a lot of time, so he got really out of shape there. But he's still close up there. And here with 2 to go, he still has a bit of a shot. It's going to be difficult for him to make it happen. But he's Randy Arms. I know he can do it.
So we're 2 laps to go. You know, one thing that it seems like Randy's, he's trying everything he can, but I think it's a little bit too much, and it's really hurting his chances at winning this race. Hopefully, it proves me wrong here.
As we say that, it looks like he gets a pretty good launch off of turn 4, and I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Dalton Baldwin still got that lead, and that's what counts.
Yes, Dalton Baldwin coming down the backstretch. I don't think he's going to be having any issues of Randy Arms getting by him. Dalton Baldwin coming out of turn 4. Randy Arms gives it all he got, but it is not enough. Dalton Baldwin wins here at Williams Grove. Your winner of the AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series.
Yeah, that was a very valiant effort by Randy, but it just wasn't quite enough. Hate to say it, hate to see it, but Dalton Baldwin's your winner tonight. And what a winner he was. I think that's 2 weeks in a row where he's ended up leading flag to flag. Not without difficulty, I will say, but I stand corrected you. I'm taking a look back here at the results. That's 3 weeks in a row he's led flag to flag.
And I think a lot of that is the result of the change of the restart single file.
I would say single file restarts mixed with just a change of car, something that maybe suits Dalton's style a little more. We got USA next week, which I think will be another great show between Dalton and Randy, and I'm sure there will be some others who get thrown into the mix. But here in a couple weeks, we'll be going to super late models, or actually, I'm not sure which one of the late models we're going to. Going to the late models though in about 2 weeks, and that's really going to be a lot more Randy's strength, and I think we'll see him back up the front some more.
Let's get your results out here. Oh, you see Dalton flipping end over end there, but he finishes first, and right behind him once again is Randy Arms. 3rd place finish, solid for him from last week. Tim Sandlin. 4th place, Thomas Conhatty. Rounding out your top 5 is Chris Ostrander. And in 6th, we got Michael Tant. 7th, Mike Springer. 8th, Lance Carpenter. 9th, Stuart Joyce. And rounding out your field for tonight, in 10th, Matt Egan. I'm sorry, we have John Joyce at 11th. Like, he didn't make it on the track, I believe. No, he is down 51 laps, so he did not complete a lap. But stick around, we'll be right back with some driver interviews.
So rumor has it that AMS is the best iRacing league out there. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to check you guys out. But best of luck anyway.
Yeah, AMS, best league on iRacing. So you guys should let me join. I can't believe you haven't invited me yet. Unbelievable.
All the best on AMS Racing.
Thanks, Roger.
What's up, guys? Alexander Rossi here. AMS is the best league on iRacing. Good luck.
Good luck, Alex.
Welcome back to the RSR Network. We have your third place finisher, Tim Sandlin, Texas Tim. You finished in third. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. That was a pretty good run. Just didn't have anything for Dalton or Randy right there.
Well, you were for sure consistent throughout this race. You started third, you finished third. Going into next week, some kind of a similar track. Do you think you'll be able to make some improvements and possibly make it a little more interesting race between those two up front there?
I'd like to. I'll just have to do some practice. It's hard to get the throttle down and get the car pointed where you want in the center and get that drive off. So just have to work on it.
How did your car feel tonight? Was it all over the place? Did you have a comfort zone, or was it just all over the place? Or I'll have you explain it.
Yeah, it was decent in the turns. You could get out of shape pretty easy on the straight, if just depending on how you exit. But it wasn't too bad. I kind of like these cars, so we'll see.
Well, congrats on your third place finish. Before we send you off tonight, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, I thank the AMS League, all the members, admins, and Octane Race Products and Randy for sponsoring the series, and my teammates at Misfit Motorsports.
All right, thanks, Tim, and have a great night.
Appreciate it.
Tim Sandlin, your third place finisher. Let's see if we can get your second place finisher, Randy Arms.
Yeah, I got you, KT.
Hey, man, it's second place, a couple weeks in a row here. Looked like you were trying a little bit too hard there. How was the car feeling tonight?
The car wasn't bad. First 3 quarters of the race, I just couldn't figure out the fastest line. I wasn't sure really what I was doing, and there in that last restart I was able to stay with Dalton there, and just got a little bit too sideways there with about 3 to go and ruined my chances. But all in all, the car wasn't bad, just needed that little bit more.
Yeah, it seemed like, coming out of the turns a little bit there, you're trying to get on the gas and it was bogging down. From our view up here, that's what it appeared. Can you confirm that inside the vehicle?
Yeah, it just, Dalton, he could get off the corner so much better than I could. I'd either get on the gas too early and it'd start spinning on me, or I'd wait too long and then I wouldn't have no speed. But yeah, I mean, there at the end, I was just driving it as hard as I could, and it seemed to work a little better, but just wasn't enough to get by him.
Well, do you think you'll have something for him next week at USA? Kind of a similar track layout. Maybe you can make some improvements. Learn, change something here, and make that pass on him.
Yeah, I'll I think I figured something out there at the end. And I'm sure it'll probably carry over next week, and hopefully it seems like if you can get out front, you'll be good, because it's just so hard to pass with these cars. But if we can get that qualifying time next week, I think we'll have a really good shot.
Randy Arms, your second place finisher. Before we send you off tonight, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Octane Race Products, Dave Poskey's Performance Parts, the league for putting on these races, and you for putting on the broadcast.
Well, thank you, Randy, and have a great night, and congrats on your second place finish.
Thank you.
Randy Arms, everybody. Let's see if we can get your winner up here. Dalton Baldwin finished first once again, dominating the race every single lap. Didn't seem like you were going to get passed by Randy. He didn't seem to have much for you. How was your night?
It was really good. Definitely getting pretty comfortable, at least with the street stocks on dirt. Been able to pretty much completely dominate and not have a whole lot of contests from anyone else the past 3 weeks. So that's been really awesome to figure it out like that. Hopefully going into the, we have 1 league left in the street stock, and then we go to the late models. So hopefully going into late models, I can carry that experience over and continue to be competitive and hopefully dominate some more races.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, considering Randy does drive a late model in real life. So your competition is going to be a little bit higher, in my opinion. But you have dominated the whole series of the street stock. Do you think you can apply that to that late model?
I definitely think I can, especially tonight. It seemed like we had to run it a lot like a late model. Not so much on the entrance. The street stocks, we have to use a lot of brake. The late model usually just pitch it in there and it does its thing. But the way you would send the car off into the turn sideways and kind of be at the most sideways at the apex, and then be on the throttle and driving it down off the turn. I think running the street stocks the way I have the past few weeks, that'll help me with some how I want to pitch the car and how much I want to slide it and how much throttle I want to use and all that. I definitely think it'll help me and it'll help others too. You'll see everyone kind of be a lot better in the late models when we get to them than they were when dirt first came out.
Now I'm going to change it up a little bit here. How satisfied are you with the rule change of going to single file restarts?
I'm very satisfied. I really like it. I think tonight and last week definitely showed it, especially tonight. We had a really long, I think it was like a 15-20 lap run there in the middle of the race. Before we didn't have that. Before, we only ran that one race with the street stock. So, you're really comparing it to the Legends cars, which were a really different animal. They're really difficult to keep on the racetrack and keep it in a consistent line. So I don't really know if we could have stayed with double file restarts or not, but I definitely like it, and I think it's been a lot more exciting, and I think all the drivers have liked it.
Dalton Baldwin, you're a winner of tonight's race here at Williams Grove Speedway. Before we send you off tonight, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Children's Dream Racer, Advanced Auto Parts, BG Products, Snap-on Tools, the league and its drivers for always being good drivers and great, having great races throughout all the series we have, and you guys for putting on this broadcast for us. It's really cool for us to get to go watch the races as a broadcast later on and see what was said and everything. So it's I just want to thank everyone for putting together a great league and a great show.
All right, thank you, Dalton, and congratulations. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, bud.
That has been the conclusion of tonight's race here at Williams Grove, the AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series. Dalton Baldwin is your winner. I'm Kevin Trzynski, and alongside Will Roberts. Good night, everybody.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.